Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to review Fate of the Furious. This is spoiler free. Probably gonna be spoiler. You know what? I mean, because Seth not gonna see this movie. At least Seth's not gonna see this movie because, well, he's too good for these movies. So, because he's too good for these movies. So I'm probably gonna be the only reviewer of it. There's really only one spoiler in this entire movie, so I'm gonna just preference this by saying if you didn't see this coming, it's not really that big of a spoiler. Like, that's why I was like, it's hard to really say spoiler free, but I'll just say spoiler free. Now, Fate of the Furious is the 8th Fast and Furious movie. There was the Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast 6, Fast 7, and now Fate of the Furious. That is that is where we are. Fate of the Furious. Now, if you've ever heard my opinion about these movies, I actually enjoyed the first Fast and Furious. I thought it was cool at the time when I first saw it. As a kid, then I thought it was cool. I thought it was unique. I thought it was like, wow, this is what, it made me think, wow, it made me look at cars a different way. It's the first movie when I was a kid that made me appreciate the intrigue in cars and gearheads in general. It's the movie that really made me go, wow, that's cool. Then the Too Fast, Too Furious came out. I thought it was cool too when I was a kid. Hindsight 2020, Too Fast, Too Furious is actually not that really good of a movie. It's just Tyrese and Paul Walker have great chemistry and they're fun together, but the rest of the movie around them isn't that good. The third one, Tokyo Drift, I thought was cool. Another one I thought had a cool soundtrack and I thought was cool as a kid. Hindsight 2020, it's not that well done of a movie. The main character really isn't that great or interesting. But the design and how it looks and how it plays, it's literally the most style over substance movie I've ever seen is Tokyo Drift. Now, Fast and the Furious is a movie that I actually enjoyed a lot. I thought there was nuance to it. I thought there was some intrigue of seeing Paul Walker and Vin Diesel back on screen together. And I thought that was cool. I was like, okay. And then Letty died in that movie, spoiler alert. His girl that he was really close to. And that's one of the parts that I love about the first Fast and the Furious is Vin Diesel's relationship with Letty, because it was a unique relationship. It was real. And I will give them credit for that. Their relationship is the realest love that I've seen in a movie in a long time, because you just feel it. It just feels real and authentic and feels like this is how they really feel about each other. There's nothing fake here. And I love that. It kind of screwed up a bit when it brought her back when it turns out she didn't die, because, I thought that was character growth. Like, in my opinion, this movie was so cool because it was cool to see Dom in that headspace of he lost the love of his life. He has nothing to lose, but like him remember that there is maybe something to lose. I can't remember. Like, that was cool. Then the best Fast and Furious movie came out. Fast 5. Fast 5 to me is the bar none, hands down best Fast and Furious movie. I think it's the highest rated Fast and Furious movie with like an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it was a fantastic movie. The crew, they brought back Ludacris, they brought back Tyrese, and they were just fantastic. You got to see the mixtures of different people from different other movies. It was so cool. It was cool. It was awesome. I loved everything about Fast 5. They brought in The Rock. You have to see it had one of the most drag out, brutal brawls of a fight with The Rock versus Vin Diesel. These two freaking war men just beating the shit out of each other. Fast 5 is bar none the best movie. Fast 6 was okay. It was okay. Then Fast 6. Then okay. I said all this to preface you because everything after Fast 5 is fucking nuts. Fast 6, it starts to get all spy, thriller, and they're doing fucking crazy shit. And you're just like, okay. Fast 7 comes out with Jason Statham as the villain. And it's just gone, man. Like, they're just doing insane shit. And, like, I've always made fun of it going, how in the hell did these street thugs go from street thugs who could barely handle the local cops to fucking guys who can handle fucking CIA agents, trained Marine forces, and they have all that. Like, whoa. What the fuck happened? Like, I know they're badasses. Like, Vin Diesel's character, I could sort of buy it because he went through this growth in the other movies. But everyone else, I'm like, Okay, no, no, this is some bullshit. But Fast and the Furious series to me has become one of the is become the best example of cutting your brain off. Now there are some movies where cutting your brain off is just like really I have to cut my brain off to have fun with this movie because none of this shit makes sense and I don't give a fuck and I can't really cut my brain off because I don't care about what I'm looking at. So when I cut my brain off, I'm still bored. So I gotta cut it back on to make it more interesting, and I don't like it. But the Fast and Furious franchise to me is so kind-hearted in their insanity. You know what I mean? Like there's something innocent to it. They do nothing. They do so many practical effects. They don't overwhelm you with CGI. The cast looks like they're genuinely having fun on screen. Everyone feels like they're just here to, everyone feels like they're having a good time. And it makes you feel like you're having a good time. Even though your logic in the back of your brain's like, okay, this is bullshit. But since everyone's having so much fun, and it's so, and what you're seeing is so cool that you're just like, shit, man, maybe this, like, that's why I said, like, a lot of critics right now are saying the Fast and Furious franchise is pretty much critic-proof, because if you judge it, you're an asshole you kind of come off as an asshole who's looking way too hard, who's trying way too hard, which I never, ever, Seth, Mark, I never agree with those, but I will give the Fast and Furious franchise an exception because of how kind-hearted it is, because it never feels like they're trying to steal money from you. You know what I mean? It never feels like they're trying to, like, it feels like they're just having a good time and everyone's having a good time and, like, it's just like, let's just have a good time. So I preferenced all that to get up to Fast 8, Fate of the Furious, because it is exactly what you think it would be. It is over the top as hell. It is completely asinine with some of the shit that happens in this movie. Like, right off the top, some crazy shit happens in this movie. It is, well, Fast and Furious movie, but it is fun. It has a bunch of funny moments. It has a bunch of gnarly cars. I love that about the Fast and Furious, because there's so many cars that come up in those movies. I'm like, damn, that car is fucking nice. Dom gets a car later on in the movie that's like awesome looking. It looks like something Mad Max would drive. Like, that's how awesome it looks. And I love it, man. I mean, I don't love it, but I love that they don't give a fuck. Like, and there's something to appreciate about that they're just like, fuck it. You people are gonna come watch it anyway. It's just like, but like in a negative, not like in a DC freaking way where they're just like, you idiots are gonna come watch it anyway. We put whatever we want in front of you, and you're gonna come and you're gonna defend it no matter what. But the way Fast and Furious, Fate of the Furious does it, is it's in a fun-hearted way. Like, there's a scene that you probably saw in the trailer with like all these zombie cars, with like a shit ton of cars, are like automatically controlled by like a fucking from someone on a ship, on a plane, and it is fucking nuts. And that was a total practical effect. They crushed 500 cars doing this effect, and that is cool. Which is one of the things that, like I said, I've always appreciated about the Fast and Furious movies, is that they do so many practical effects. Sure, this shit's fucking nuts, but it's practical. So you have to give them credit for going through with that. So, like, the story itself isn't very, it's not that original. It's something that you kind of saw coming in the trailer. If whatever you think, put it this way, whatever you think happens, it goes down just like that. It goes down just like that. Like, if you saw the trailer, you pretty much kind of know how it's going to go down. And it was still a fun ride. It was still cool. I'd probably give this movie... a 6. Because I think this wasn't, out of the 6th, 7th, and this one, like the 3 fucking nuts movies, I didn't have the most fun with this one. I thought it did have its problems. Charlize Theron was cast as the villain in this, and you might know her from Mad Max Fury Road Furiosa and other great movies she's been in. I frankly can't go through a laundry list of movies she's been in. But damn it, it's like I liked her, but she would have these long-ass monologues of fucking droning on and on and on about how smart she is and about all these... She just used so many goddamn metaphors that you're just like, oh my god, get to the point. Like, she just keep going and going and going. And sometimes you just be like, oh my god, you done? Are you done? You done? You done metaphoring? You done? You done with your fucking huge tangent you keep going on over and over again? Are you finished? And like, And then she would, and then she keep doing it, and then it blows up in a face, obviously, and then it's like, wow, what a shocker, and like, and not to mention the reasoning for Dom being on the bad guy side was so predictable. I knew that was gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna tell you because you might want to go see the movie, but you know what's gonna happen. If you have a guess in your mind, that's exactly what happens. If you like, that's what happens. I will. Like some of the action beats are still fun, while fun. While fun, it still was like, oh, all right, sure, why not? and I will say one thing, and I told my friend Willie, which I was when I went to see this with, I even turned to him at one point in this movie and was like, you know, something doesn't make a logical sense. If you've been watching these movies, I've watched all of them. And if you've been watching these movies and you've been paying attention to this world that they're trying to build, because they're trying to world build here, they obviously are. Jason Statham working with Dom and them, or working with any of the crew without Dom, but eventually, obviously, Dom gets there. But working with them makes no logical sense. This is a man who murdered one of the best members of your crew, one of your best friends, and they just wipe that shit under the rug and they just pretend like it never happened. They do that quite often in these movies. They do that a lot, as like how Dom never brings up the fact that The Rock blew up, destroyed his father's car. The thing that pissed him off to the brick when he wanted to beat him to death. Never brings that shit up. Never brings it up. Never goes, you owe me a car. Never make a joke about it. They just kind of wipe it under the rug, which I think is lazy. So this movie does do a couple lazy things. That's why I said I'm giving this movie a 6. Because out of all the Furious movies, I would have gave number, because I mean, to be fair, I would have gave number 6 a 6 or 7. I'd have gave number 7 a 7.5, and I'm giving this one a 6 because I think this one, like, out of all of them, it's the least fun one in my opinion. Like, granted, Tyrese had some funny jokes, but they felt a little more forced this time, as in the original. And the other ones, it felt like it was just all coming off the top of his head. Him and Ludacris's chemistry was just like this. But in this one, it felt like the movie, like the people were aware that people love their chemistry, and they were just like forcing lines in there, like forcing shit in there. It didn't feel as organic as it usually does, just those two being the life of the party. And, you know, they spent most of the movie bickering over a woman that neither one of them ended up getting, and that was kind of like, okay, cool. Like, I kind of just missed it when it was just you two fucking bickering, and it wasn't some thing in the middle of you guys. But other than those things, I give this movie a 6. It's a decent movie. It's a good enough movie. It's a fun popcorn movie. Go check it out, and because you're gonna get more of them, so you might want to keep. So if you're gonna watch them, you might want to keep up. I'm gonna go see them. Like I said, I'm not above watching a bad movie, so this was an okay movie. So thank you for joining the Kamiya Movie Show. Please comment below. Have you seen the movie? What did you think about it? And I'll see you in the next